E aí galera, tudo bem? Vamos dar continuidade então. Até onde eu me lembro eu tenho que conseguir aquela assinatura do homem do correio, né? Então vamos ver o que eu consigo fazer dessa vez.
There's a notice hanging on the door. Locked. But I bet the phone isn't checked. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. What can I do for you?
Have you seen the mailman by any chance?
Yes, he was here earlier. He brought your mother some get well cards.
Ah, okay. Thanks. See ya.
Goodbye, Mr. Michaels.
The news of my mother's accident seems to have spread quickly. A couple of people have already sent flowers.
A primeira vez que eu falar com o doutor, né, antes.
Excuse me, Dr. Newhouse.
Hello, yes?
How is she?
No change. But she's a strong woman.
That's what everyone says. After the accident, she had to bring me up on her own.
Yes, I heard about that. What kind of accident was it?
A car crash. It was in England. We were driving on this tree-lined road. The car got into a skid and we smashed into one of the trees. Dad didn't survive, and Mom's had to wear that support thing ever
Cara,
since.
perdeu o pai no acidente de trânsito.
I came away without a scratch.
Do you remember anything about the accident?
What? No. I was only a few years old. No memory of it. I've lived here in the States for as long as I can remember.
It's just that when I examined your mother, I thought her back and neck injuries seemed rather unusual for a collision-type accident. They looked more like injuries from a fall from a considerable height, causing her to have suffered compressed vertebrae.
And what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. If your mother said she was in a car accident, then that must have been the case.
Or she's been lying.
Darren, I certainly didn't mean that.
Thank you, Doctor.
O bicho tá boladão que a mãe dele tá mentindo, velho.
What can you tell me about Mrs. Baiba? And you know her husband?
Oh, well, now a person shouldn't speak ill of others, but her husband, he's a very unpleasant fellow. He was a big deal in the football team at high school, and Mrs. Baiba married him young. Yes, I think she imagined her life turning out some other way.
Like how?
Now, she works hard in the diner. She probably does the work of about 3 people, but I don't think it makes a great deal of money. And her husband, well, let's leave it at that. They certainly don't have a lot of money, just a lot of work. And no love.
Uh-huh. Do you know Fulla?
From the photo store? Yes, a little. I've not had much to do with him. He doesn't get involved in the community. He never comes to the spring flea market or to church.
Yeah, right. Who would have thought it?
I know that your mother got you a job at Fuller's. I advised her against it, but she said you were interested in photography?
That's right. Only my job there doesn't have much to do with photography. So, a crazy good time guy like yourself can surely tell me where all the action is. Here in Biddeford?
Dear me, no. You got me wrong there. I could perhaps give you a few tips on which are the most interesting evening courses at the community center.
No thanks. I'll pass on that one.
I thought you might. Hey, we do put on a disco for young folks every 2 weeks. But I suspect you've rather grown out of all that too.
I don't think I was ever that age. Discos, bars, parties. I was never into that sort of thing.
Your mother
O cara é
mentioned
grunge, cara.
you were rather more of a loner, yes?
I've no idea where she got that from.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't intend to.
So, to sum up then, in Biddeford, you're best off being over 50 or dead. Might just suit me.
What? Being over 50?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it for now, I guess.
If you've got any more things you want to ask, just come and find me.
So many greetings and get well wishes. I think she's very active in the community, and she's probably got a lot of new friends here. Lots of different people have sent my mother cards. This one's signed P. Puck. Wait a minute. That's the mailman.
Opa.
The mailman signed it. So now I've got a sample. I think I could forge his signature really well.
Então pega isso aí, meu querido. E aí?
Monthly payments from England from someone called C. Instead of compensation from the insurance. And a back injury that was more likely caused by a fall than a car accident. What's going on here, Mom? Why did you lie to me? Better not now. I don't know what I could ask him at the moment. Okay, good. I've got the original. I guess the signature is kinda half-decent.
Faz um fake aí então, meu filho. Tá, fakeou. Fakeou. Agora o lance é ir lá.
Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
I wanted to pick up Fuller's package with the photo paper.
No, please. So how did you manage to scare up the old fart?
Yeah, I bumped into him in the town.
You were lucky. Here, Fuller's photo paper.
Much obliged. I can't think of anything I could talk to him.
Bora lá revelar essas fotos então. Antes que o gordinho chegue. Quebrando com tudo. Ué, cadê o bagulho? Aqui.
could turn the lamp on now, but that's not going to do too much if there isn't any paper below the lens. A completely normal waste bin. I'll make a note of that in case.
Okay, ele
The
não
developer
pegou.
drum has done its job. I can simply leave the fix. The dish for the water bath. After the picture becomes visible in the developer bath, the development process is stopped in the water bath. I could turn the lamp on now, but that's not going to do too much if there isn't any paper. The dish for the water bath. After the picture becomes visible in the developer bath, the development process is stopped. That would be the stop bath. The dish is about half full with distilled water. The water stops the picture development process of any photo paper I lay in it. A flat dish about A3 size. If you're making photo prints in it, you have to have diluted developer in it. That's enough. The developer also has to be diluted. I could turn the lamp on now. I could turn the lamp. I could turn the lamp. An old, rather battered locker.
Ele não tinha pegado.
It's already half full of water. That's enough. So far, the dish has only got developer in it. The developer still has to be diluted. It's much too concentrated. Great, just as it should be. A dish with about half an inch of diluted developer. I could turn the lamp. The dish is about half full with distilled water. I could turn the lamp on now, but that's not going to do too much if there... The dish is about half full with distilled water. A bath of diluted developer. I have to lay the exposed paper in the bath until the picture becomes visible. An A4 size package. Fairly heavy. Either it really is photographic paper, or it's full as dirty mags for the week. Ah, nice. 50 sheets of top quality photo paper. The sheet is lying in the frame. The distance of the lens from the paper seems fine for the picture to be projected properly. Then let's have a go. The longer I leave the lamp on, the more contrast the picture gets. Let's try it. Okay, I think that's enough time. The exposed picture has to be developed first, then it goes into the water bath afterwards. Ah, here we go. I have to take the sheet out as soon as it has the correct brightness. Too early, it stays too light. Too late, it'll get too dark. Huh. The picture's got too much contrast, but the brightness is good. I shouldn't expose the paper for so long next time. I could turn the lamp on. The sheet is lying in the frame. Okay then, let's try again. I have to measure the exposure time exactly. Too short. Okay, I think that's enough time. Here we go. I have to take the sheet out as soon as it has the correct brightness. Too early, it stays too light. Too late, it'll get too dark. Huh. The contrast is good, but the picture's too light. Next time I need to leave the paper lying a bit longer in the developer. The sheet is lying in the... Okay, I think that's enough time. Ah, here we go.
Perdão.
I have to take the sheet out as soon as it has the correct brightness. Too early, it stays too light. Too late, it'll get too dark. Huh. The contrast is good.
Que xarope!
The sheet is... Okay, I think that's enough time. Here we go. I have to take the sheet out as soon as it has the correct brightness. Too early, it stays too light. Too late, it'll get too dark. The contrast is good and the brightness is right too. But the picture itself is garbage. I can't do much about that. Maybe some of the other pictures are better. Well, at least the exposure and development times seem to be right. The sheet is... Okay then, let's try again. I have to measure the exposure. Okay, I think that's enough time. Here we go. I have to take the sheet out as soon as it has the correct brightness. Too early, it stays too light. Too late, it'll get too dark. Yes, I've really got it now. Brightness and contrast are correct. If Fuller only had any idea about photography, then maybe even the picture would be good too. Maybe the next one. This could well take some time. 36 pictures and not one of them actually any good. How can a guy take a beautiful woman like Angelina and then photograph her so badly? But I can't do much about that. The pics have been snapped and I gotta take them to her at the hotel. At least I get to see her again. And it's also not my fault that the pictures are bad.
Ih, fudeu.
What the?
Mano, pega essas coisas e sai correndo, velho.
Mrs. Biba?
Dona do restaurante.
Can I help you, Mrs. Biba?
Oh. What are you doing here? Thought you quit.
Yes. Yes, I have. I'm just picking up my stuff.
Oh, right. Is Fuller there?
No, not at the moment.
Then, can you give him this? Give it to him personally. As soon as he gets back. I gotta go.
Essa mina é estranha. Sempre chorando, que porra é essa?
I feel sorry for her. There's something not right going on here. Could it help me get one over on Fuller? But I can't put Mrs. Biba in danger. She gives the impression she can't take much more. If I could secretly open the envelope, then I could look at what's inside and put the envelope in the mailbox later. That would keep Mrs. Biba out of trouble. But how can I open the